Okay, hey everyone, my name's Adam Jessam. I'm one of the co-founders of IronSight. I work a lot with the supply side that's on IronSight. And I'm here to talk about two enhancements we've made to our IronSight Pro plan, which is built for suppliers. So this table here gives you just a quick comparison of the guest plan and how it compares with the Pro plan. So I think most of the suppliers that are attending today are already on IronSight and they would be on this guest plan. So let's start by just explaining what the guest supplier is. So just with a quick definition here, it's a field service provider who is required to use IronSight with one of their clients, and they're currently on a free client-sponsored plan. So they only have access to our basic features. So let's look what happens when a guest wants to upgrade to our Pro plan. So you're probably here if you're a guest. So you're working with one client, and when you want to convert to Pro, you'll be broken out from that, and then you'll be upgraded. You'll still be able to work with that original client that you onboarded you, but you'll also be able to connect and work with other clients in IronSight's network. So in summary, you've started up here working with one customer, and then after upgrading to Pro, you're now working with multiple customers. And the beauty of that is you're able to see all of your jobs and all of your team in one place. You'd also unlock 4 other really great features. So you'll have simplified ticketing and invoicing features, digital safety and inspection forms, real-time analytics, and very soon the ability to add guest requesters and approvers into the system. So today we'd like to demo a couple of enhancements we've specifically made to the ticketing and invoicing portion, which is a digital signature and the ability to bulk download PDFs. So yeah, with the Pro plan, you'll be able to ensure that tickets are properly costed. You can add line items to jobs from your price book, and there's no chance of those tickets being lost. You'll be able to capture digital field signatures from your clients. No more hunting down thousands of tickets, scanning them, rekeying that information into 2 or 3 different financial systems. On a Pro plan, you'll be able to quickly batch up jobs together and get them quickly into your invoicing and AP systems. So we found that this will reduce the time spent per ticket by about 83%. I've just got a little call out there about a new button on that batch screen there, which allows you to download all of the job PDFs in that batch at once. Instead of filling out paper safety forms, you'll be able to fill out your JSAs and other inspection forms digitally right on the IronSight jobs. And finally, instead of maintaining spreadsheets and doing hours of manual data entry for your reporting, on the Pro plan, your reporting will be automated with real-time analytics dashboards. Yeah, so enough of the slides. We'll give you a quick demo here. So I'm just going to pull up Dispatch Hub. So this is our web app used by coordinators. And I'm also going to bring up my phone here on the right, which will show you the driver's experience. So when you upgrade to the Pro plan, the first change. Yeah.
Sounds like we are only seeing the top left quarter of the screen for this presenter. So
Let me try again here.
How's that? Everybody fire in a, that's better.
Okay. Okay, so on the left-hand side, I have Dispatch Hub open. So this is where coordinators are managing work in their team. And on the right, I just have my mobile app open and I'm logged in as a driver. So the first change you'll probably notice is when I click New Job, Pro companies are able to work with many companies, not just one. So we'll choose from these multiple clients or add a new one. So you'll see a list of all the companies that you can connect with. If you can't find it, like let's say I'm working with a company called Koala Energy. and they just gave me a call saying that they want some tubing delivered. I would search the IronSight network for that customer. I can't find them yet, or they don't exist yet, so let's create them. So I've created Koala Energy. I can type in their address here and then immediately save and start creating jobs for this new client. So let's just say it is this requester. It's a hot shot that will be doing a delivery. Because this is a new client, you'll notice the locations are empty at first. So let's just drop a new location on the map here. Right around there. Let's just call this Koala Well 1. Or how about Sherwood Pipe Yard. This is a yard location. Hit save. So I've got one location created there, and we need to move some tubing there. So let's put in that we're moving some tubing, 12 joints. And now let's add another location for the well that we're delivering to. So again, I'll pull up this little mini map and create a new location. So this would be Koala Well 1. It is a well location type. So these locations I just created will be available when you're creating jobs for that client the next time. We can put in some special instructions down here as usual and hit save. If you want your field worker to fill out a safety form on this job, you can set that up here where you say, I want them to fill out a JSA on this job before they're done. That is another pro feature. Okay, so we've created that delivery job here. It's job number 17623. And we can see that there's a backhaul that's might be near that delivery location. So I'm just going to open up this backhaul job. This is for a different company called Latest. We can see that the backhaul is from a pickup location called Estate Well. So I can just click the view on map button and it'll bring me right to the map to show the pickup and drop off locations. So that actually looks really close to the Koala Energy job that I just created. So instead of, or it makes sense for me as a dispatcher to combine the delivery and that backhaul together so that my truck is not coming home empty. So I'm going to click these two jobs and just group them together. And now we have a group here. So now I want to find a truck for this job. So Hotshot 87, they look really close to those locations. They have schedule availability. So when I'm ready, I'll just drag and drop it down to that truck. Okay, so we've assigned it to Hotshot 87. Now I'm going to open up the IronSight mobile app over here on the right-hand side. And you can see that those two jobs that we've assigned are there. So I'll open up that first job, which is the delivery. You can review all of the information and press start. I can get driving directions to the pipe yard and the well if I need it. And you can see that that big blue button that guides workers what to do next is saying you need to fill out a job form. So I'll tap that, and we need to fill out a JSA because my dispatcher admin set up that requirement. So we can fill out a digital JSA, press submit. Now the next action that I can do is to complete the job. So I'll slide to mark it as completed. I'll put in my billable line items like truck hours. Hit save. And now the job is completed. And the next recommended action is to collect a signature. So let's say that the company man or the approver is right on site there. I can go and collect their signature. So we can choose from a saved user list, or we can type in a brand new name. So let's just say brand new is the name of the person here. And we can type in their email address and then get them to sign and then hit save. So the signature that they just provided is shown right there on the job down below. And you can see that there's a little green check mark next to the line items indicating that the person who signed saw that line item and it's remained unchanged. Okay, now I'm going to head over to estate well number 1 before I head home, because there's something that I could backhaul. So rather than drive home empty, I'm going to go grab this load as well. So I'll start that job, fill out my JSA, slide to mark that completed. Again, I'll enter in my billable line items, save, collect the signature. And as the driver, I'm done for the day. So I'm just gonna minimize that and move on to the next feature we want to show you that we've added. So we can see, I'm just gonna filter to find completed jobs. And I'm gonna add this job here, 17619, to a batch. So batches, again, are very much like our invoices. So we'll click this checkbox, update this job, and add it to a batch. So the one I've been working on building up this one here, 7882. So I'm going to click that existing batch, and we've added that job to it. So again, batches are very much like invoices. We can see the number, a memo, an invoice date, terms. We can see each job that belongs to it, as well as the dollar totals for each of those jobs. And at the bottom, we see the grand total for that batch. So I'm a supplier who uses QuickBooks Online, and I want to get this batch into that system. So I can download the CSV, which will give me an import ready file, which will really speed that up. And prior to this bulk download feature, this new button that we've added right here, I would have had to open up each job individually and then pressed download PDF. Then I would move on to the next one and download that one as well. So we just got feedback that that was a bit too tedious, and we wanted to introduce a feature to make that more efficient. So we can see that we have 4 jobs on this batch, but there could be, meant like 19 or something. So all at once we can click download PDF, and it will create me a nice file that includes every single job within that batch. So just really speeds it up for the billing admins who need to get this into the different systems. So I'm going to jump into QuickBooks Online now, and I'm going to click Import Invoice. I'm going to grab that CSV file that IronSight just gave me. I'm able to check or choose my date format and then apply some tax and then start the import. And now we've created that one invoice. So let's go take a look at it. Here it is, 7882. And just to show you how the data is mapped over, you see the customer, their billing address, terms, invoice date. All the line items that existed on those jobs are shown as lines on the invoice. And now when I want to drag and attach my PDF backups, I can just grab that file that IronSight gave me, and there we go. So this has, again, that bulk downloaded PDF file that we created. Yeah, so that's what we wanted to show you today.
Hey, Adam, we got a request to show another, how you can create a new batch and add it to it, please. Maybe just
Sure.
a quick one, review that one.
Sure. So here's the other job that we did with the Koala Energy one. This one doesn't belong to a batch yet. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can click on that job, and in the top right corner, update that job, add it to a batch. So you can see your existing ones down here. So you can search and add it to an existing, or you can create a brand new one. So I'm going to create a brand new one. My last invoice in QuickBooks was 7882. So following that sequence, I'll just create 7883. Put the payment terms as net 30. Here's my memo. And then create that batch with that one job. If you want to put many onto that batch that we just created, let's go find ones that are filter to find ones that are not batched yet. And let's say we only want it for one customer. Why don't we do let's find operations. And let's add all of these to a batch. So you can see there's a column for batch and none of these jobs have one yet. So I'm going to select them all, update these, add it to a batch, and then select this one here. And now I've added 9 to that one as well. You can also just do it right from the job itself. So I can click on this completed job. And then there's a button right here to add it to a batch. So I can click that and do it from this as well. So yeah, for those guest suppliers that are interested in upgrading to this Pro to work with all of your customers, unlock those ticketing and invoicing features we reviewed, unlock digital safety and inspection forms, real-time analytics. So I guess I didn't show that either. I'll just quickly bounce back. I don't know, I'll leave that for another time, but you do have real-time analytics. And then when you're ready to make that upgrade, visit this site again, ironsight.app/upgrade to pro. And there's this button here to start a free trial. So let's click that. You'd fill out this really quick form and press sign up. And within a few minutes, you'll start to see those new features be available in the UI. And you'll be able to connect to the other clients that you work with. Okay, so we actually have one of our pro suppliers that recently started using IronSight. So I'm gonna pass it over to her and she can share some of her experience and how it's gone since she's got onto this pro package.
Okay. Hi, my name is Dayanara Aguilar. I am a logistics and operations manager for Henry Hill. I've been in the company since January this year, and I've been using IronSight since. Well, one of the things that has been very useful for us using this pro plan as being creating jobs is now way more easier for us. There's more organization in the company. I was telling the team that, or like there's a team, we are all abroad, and what I like about this is it's like crystal clear for our CEO. He can come in and see all the jobs that we're doing, not even asking me how we're doing. He can go and see by himself what kind of jobs we're doing, who's doing it. If you click in there, I would like to share my screen, but I was not. I can't. I don't know why, but I will share that. You can see a map, and that's also useful because we can see where our drivers are going through. And I think dealing with drivers, we all know it's a hard thing. So having that kind of GPS on the app is pretty helpful for me. Adam also mentioned batches. Recently, I have to do weekly reports for accounting and also to our CEO. And having batches has been helpful because I can just create like the amount, how much are we making for, let's say, hydrovacs, this amount for, or per company, how much we're making for this company the whole month. So it's pretty easy just to go select the company in the filters and then having that in one batch, and then you can easily switch it to another batch. Like I do that all the time. I have multiple batches that are just for me, and I just add a one job or multiple jobs to different batch depending on what I want to see. Like week 1 of the month, I have a batch for week one for a certain company, and then I have one for all the hydrovacs performed for that company, so I can see easily how we're doing, and it's like that makes so easy the job, especially for me, for what I want to do. And then if we want to, as Adam mentioned, if we want, we can add that when the customers ask us for a statement or like a job, or how many jobs we're done for the week, I can just add a batch and then download a PDF with that information. And it's so clear to see who performed how many hours, like just basic information for them to understand. Is nothing like complex. Also, well, leading there, or step 2, invoicing, we can download, we don't use QuickBooks, but we use NetSuite, and we try to make that pretty much the same way. So we download a CVS with information, we just clean it up a little bit, and then we can just submit that in NetSuite, and you will create like a bunch of invoices in minutes. That's also something helpful because it's nothing missing in the process. And we use something else that where it's very useful in there. Like it's, so the system is very like flexible. Like you can use that for many things. I see you show for SCADA, but we use that for like all other operations, and then we can use tags to organize the jobs. We can put the tags to say this is invoiced, or this needs to be, like, especially I use the tags to tell my team what to add, like I need a full ticket there, or need to collect the signature, or need to fix this price. So as I say, there's a bunch of things that has been adding, and I see that the app is in constant improvement. So that's that, I think that's great. And I think that's pretty much what I have. And I would like also to say, like, for other apps or supports that we like, companies that we work with, has been really hard. The just the customer support, and I like to say and recognize that IronSight do have a great customer support. After that we start using, we don't feel alone at all. If we don't understand, we gather a bunch of people, and we can get training on anything that we think we need more support on. So just to complement that, and it's kind of what I have for you.
And thank you, Dea. That's it's great. We appreciate the honesty, and it shows the versatility.